So as you guys can see in the video of the hydrofacial machine and how I work the machine, how I've been trained to work the hydrofacial machine in other machines, but specifically for this video, it's going to be this machine right here. This is the easiest machine to work with. Now there are machines that are very complicated. They have LED screens, which just means, or LCD screens, a liquid crystal display, where a digital picture will be like a little small box, or iPod or iPad would be right here on the screen. And you're actually typing in the person's skin type, skin condition, skin problems, um, the temperature of the room. You're actually putting in a lot of things. There's some that actually you can add in food or what they have been eating, and it keeps a digital file of that picture or that person that you're working on, so you can actually email it to yourself. You can keep it downloaded on your computer. I mean, yes, it is getting fancy. So these machines now keep a recording. Some machines will actually have a recorder one day, will actually have a video. So instead of you pushing a button and feeling like you didn't press the on button or the record button, and that just helps you out in the future. Those are future machines, but they are coming. So everything you do in the aesthetic world, remember, it's now becoming where they have to record everything you do. Not have to, but in certain businesses, if they want to be protected, they're going to. That's the future. I'm just warning you guys, okay? But this machine, on the other hand, it doesn't have all those bells and whistles that I just named. I'm just getting you prepared for the future. But right now, it's simple. It's the simplest machine that you can use. It's a complex machine. It's tailored to anybody. Any user can use it. So you don't have to feel intimidated. These medi spas that you work in, it can be intimidating. Trust me. These machines are so advanced. I mean, yes, they talk to you. They'll say, "Machine is ready. What would you like to do? What are you gonna eat today?" You know what I mean? It's crazy. It gets that complicated. You have to know the joule meters if you're working with a laser with the hydrofacial machine, because now you have 19 in one machines, 21 in one machine. I'm like, Jesus, does it go that high? It does. There's certain treatments you do a combination treatment when you're doing all those treatments all into one. And when I mean laser, I'm not talking about fractional CO2 lasers to where it's going to fry off your face and make you look crazy. No, there are RF machines, which is your radio frequency machines, and you can still do a facial or hydrofacial with that in conjunction. It's Those classes are very expensive and they're rare to find, but those are mainly for medical spas, medi spas, or somebody who trusts you to do those type of procedures. Hydrofacial is pretty much all you really I can't stress this enough. This is all you really need. There's so many of you guys are going to take so much training, and you're probably only going to do 2 or 3 of those 8 classes that you took, because yes, it gets complicated. And once you make one mistake on somebody's face, and I do mean just one tiny small mistake, not a big mistake. It's not the big mistakes that get you in trouble, it's the tiny ones. You know what I mean? Because people make the biggest thing out of a tiny problem. So with this machine, I've never ever will probably have a problem with this machine. And it's the reason why I'm showing you guys, because I don't want you guys to think that, well, man, you work at a medical spa, you should be showing us the latest and greatest. I could actually show you where I work, the machines we have, but then you're going to look at it as, well, man, he showed me this machine, I want that, I want to work on this. And then once you screw somebody's face up, you're going to probably get out of this business. It kind of, once you scar the person, you scar your career. So I'm not going to show you, oh, there's things in our Medispa, because we're a full service spa to where they do butt lifts, butt injections, Brazilian butt lift, rhinoplasty, mastectomies, breast implants, breast reductions, baleroplasty, cutting into the eyes, getting rid of the Gucci bags or those saddle bags. They do a lot of ear reconstruction, calf implants, which some men want. I don't know why. Pec implants for men. Yeah, it's a thing. For transgender males and females, they want to cut certain things off. Yes, the spa I work at does all of those things. So yes, they're going to have the best machines. The machines that will blow your mind, like, whoa, this is crazy. That's why I don't show you that, because that's for those surgeons or those medical estheticians. They do make mistakes. I make mistakes. I don't make crazy mistakes, no, like they do. But that's why you have your client intake form. This little form right back here that I'm pointing to, yeah. And I say it almost in every video that you guys have seen. The client intake form covers them from even the worst mistakes, even death. Yes, people can die on a table. You can't sue the medical spa or hospital or whatever because you signed away your rights. So make sure they at least sign something that covers you. But you don't want that on your conscience. You don't want to scar somebody's face to where you're doing CO2 fractional laser, Indy-YAG laser, or Candela lasers, or the list goes on and on. There's some powerful lasers out here, powerful hydrofacial machines out here that can cause bruising of the skin, bursting of the capillaries and veins and venules to where they have a permanent bruise on their face. And you didn't even do a chemical peel. So I know there's going to be a million and one questions like, man, I want to know this. I want to know how you do it with the 4-chamber machine instead of just the 2 chambers. I want to see the 6-chamber machine, which we do have in our office. Now there's an 8-chamber one. It literally does everything for you. You barely have to even get out of your chair to change out water, do anything. It literally, you're doing the 1st chamber, 2nd chamber, number 3 chamber, number 4 chamber. You're just hitting a button. It does the whole facial for you. And they're done within 20 minutes, maybe 25. And you still get paid $180 or $225 or $300. Some spas are like $400 to $500. It gets pricey, especially here in Northern Virginia. I can only imagine what LA, New York, Miami, San Francisco's charging. You know, Texas. Good grief. Yeah, they're probably charging an arm and a leg. San Diego, all those exotic places overseas. But you don't want to get razzle dazzled by the best machines. You don't. The best machines break down. There's 3 in our office. One has broken down because the pumping station in the back, remember, this machine hides a lot of things. It's not just these tubes. It's not just this. It's not just here. If you take this apart, and I'm going to try to do a video, I'm going to order another machine so I can take it apart so you can see on the inside the intricate pieces how this water gets filtered. It doesn't just get filtered right here. No, it gets filtered in the inside. So you have the most expensive machines that do the same thing but complex crap. They're adding in a serum, they're adding in a chemical peel, they're adding in a scrub, or they're adding in a mask now. That's why the 8-chamber, yes, you can actually put a mask on somebody's face without even putting it on with your hands. I'm trying to tell you, it's coming. So those machines, they're complex, and if they break, you literally have to go buy a new machine. There's no operator that you can just call and they come and fix your machine. This machine, I can get a new one. This is about $350 to $400. It was easy. Those machines I'm talking about, you're talking 2,000 plus, easily. Highest one I've seen, maybe 18. I think that's probably down by now. That was a couple years. That was like 4 years ago, so it's probably 12,000 by now. Possibly 10, but that thing, it did so many things, and it had other attachments, ultrasonic scrubber, massage the brushes for your face. I mean, it had everything, extraction pullers, Microdermabrasion, you name it, it had it. So that's why it costs so much, because it's like a 22 or 21 in one machine. It does everything. So if you do want to get training on that, just look in your area or look online to see who gives that type of training. It's hard to find. It really is. The people who have trained us in our medical spa have come from overseas to train us. Yeah, we can't find an actual personal trainer that does everything. I can only teach you on this. I kind of refuse to teach anybody on the newer machines because it's a trial and error. It's a hit or miss right now. And it's just reality. And are they easy to work on once you get everything down packed? Yes, they are. And they're great. They're wonderful. It's just, I do see a lot of problems with them. It's almost like the first iPhone. The first iPhone comes out, yeah, we're all happy about it. But then there's bugs, there's glitches, there's hacking, there's people who try to jailbreak the phone. Yes, there's a lot of problems. And so then version 2 comes out, 3, iPhone 6, 5, 10, whatever. So it's always upgrading. You never really want the first model of anything. You see what I'm saying? So it seems like the iPhone, not advocating for Apple, That phone is a beast. It's shit. Yeah, but it went through how many versions to get to 10? This is like the first generation. Soon it will be so compact and small, it won't be this big and bulky. So I just want you guys to understand that there are better machines than the one I'm training you on. This is just a basic machine that you can afford easily without any problems. Don't go broke over these machines or any products that any aesthetic place tells you you need to have, because people are full of shit. You just need basic things to clean people's face and keep them looking good. So, okay, and speaking of troubleshooting, or actually before we get into troubleshooting for the machine, and when I mean by troubleshooting, I mean if something goes wrong, if it breaks, if you have a warranty. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But now let's talk about how when you're in your practice, your business, or you're working for somebody else, and someone comes up to you and says, hey, what are you using in your hydrofacial machine? What serums do you use? What is this company's brand name? A lot of medical spas, and I work for one right now that's very picky. They are not trying to let anybody know about anything. Even our training, they blurred out certain words or brand names of the products that we are being trained on. And then they took it a step further, and once we go into the rooms and we look at our chambers and we see the solution, they pre-mix everything in the morning time. It doesn't run out yet. These solutions like stay in these chambers for a couple weeks. Now, if you have a busy clientele, you're working every day or something like that, then you have maybe at the end of the week they change them out. But you don't change them out. They have somebody that comes in and puts in the cartridges or the chemical peel cartridges, and they have erased the chemical peel cartridge product number or brand name. I think that's kind of illegal. I'm not too sure. I'm not a product manufacturer police officer. I mean, I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure you can't just erase labels. Maybe you can if it's your business, I guess. But that's how picky these brands are. Now, on eBay, Amazon, Alibaba, ExpressGate, all that good stuff, you can find serums. You just don't know where they're coming from. They're coming from overseas. What's in these chemicals? Now, I can read you a list of chemicals off of this one product. I believe it's... Let me not say their name because I really don't want the emails. There have been brands that have contacted me. Oh, Massage Envy's like #1 on my list. They contact me and say, hey, can you take down this video? You're giving too much truth. You're spreading too much facts about our products and our services. They hate me. Hey, with good reason, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to expose them. Like a nerve. When your nerve's exposed, oh, it's all hell. Like a tooth. When you take your wisdom teeth out, your nerve's exposed. Trust me, I know I had both of mine taken out. And it's the worst pain ever. That's what they're going through. Because now you're letting people know what's in these products. There's no police agency in the world, well, take that back, except for overseas, in America I should say, that actually polices FDA rules, or remember, that's Food Drug Administration. That's food and drug. That's it. It's not product or skincare or beauty police. No. Now, do they have to divulge some chemicals if it's altering the brain, judgment, or senses, or whatever it is? Then yes, they do. But this doesn't change your mind. It doesn't stimulate your brain. It doesn't cause you a euphoric state or to make you impaired or drunk. So they can't regulate all things. So when you're buying this crap online, and I'm warning you now, and you mess somebody's face up because you're putting on something that's toxic or highly acidic to their face, and trust me, it may look great at that time, but I guarantee you the next day that they get out of bed, they didn't wake up like this. You know, that from Beyonce, oh, I woke up like this. Oh, they're gonna wake up like something. It's gonna be nightmare, and they're gonna fuck contacting you. They're gonna probably contact the police. They're probably gonna contact their family. They're probably gonna contact a lawyer before they even contact you. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, that these agencies or chemical agents, are highly volatile. You don't know what you're putting on your face unless you turn on the back of the bottle and you actually look up that long ass word that's on there. Come on. You have to use wisdom. It may seem like, oh, I got this from a reputable brand. You don't know. We don't even sell those serums. Nobody in America makes the hydrofacial serums. Not that I know of. Maybe in the future. I just don't know right now. Because if there was, I'd probably be buying from them. Because at least I know it's here. And at least I know they're manufacturing it here. I can just go to their plant and see what they're doing. Now, you can get a pH balance strip. Now, a pH balance strip is just like this. It's just like those science projects when you helped your son and daughter, or if you was a kid like me and I was fucking up in science and I didn't really know what to do. I remember my mom had those little test strips and she was, so I don't burn my damn hand off with some acid that I made or some craziness. You had to dip it in a little water, take it out, put it to the little color and match it up and see how acidic or alkaline it was, or neutral. Give or take, those three things. That's all you're looking for, is those three things to see if it is acidic, neutral, alkaline. That's it. So products are the same way. So these test strips, you just grab a little piece of the tape, pull it out, rip it off, stick it into whatever you're testing, whatever you're going to put in your hydrofacial machine, whatever you're going to put on somebody's face. It doesn't matter. You can test anything. These strips, they're good to go. Hydron or Hydrion is one of the better brands. There are plenty out there. They all do the same job. But there's also different type of test strips. There's test liquid, test strip, test sniffer, but that one's like $1,000 something. You don't want to be testing the air quality and the pH balance of it. Come on. Unless you got the money, go for it. But these strips will save you. Because once you take the strip off, put it into the water or that chemical that you claim to be the best chemical in the world, you'll see how acidic it is. You'll see how neutral it is. Or you'll see how alkaline it is. Now, if it's past acidic where it's like definitely red, like this last one or these last two red ones right here, you have a problem. You're not even supposed to go to orange. Orange is the second color, and then there's like a light orange, like a tangerine or something like that. And so this little small yellow one, like if you drink too much coffee and you pee in the toilet or whatever, you notice your pee is either brown or kind of beige or tannish, then yeah, that's a lot of sugar, caffeine, more sugar than caffeine though. That's why it turns a certain color, that pea color right here. This is the pea color. It's the second line. But you're getting closer to normal. So then normal would be a light green or a very light blue. Some test strips have different colors for neutral. And then when you're super alkaline, this is super alkaline, you're totally green. But there's other colors where it's totally blue. Is alkaline. The blue is good too. The green is either one. It's okay. Because remember, under a UV light spectrum or thermal imaging or something like that, your body, you would be green. But if you're super cool or alkaline, you would be blue. That's why it's like green or blue. Because you could be either one. Your heart racing and all the good stuff, it actually turn that blue straight into a red or orange, whatever it is, but you're really blue because you're fit in shape. But if you're a fatter, heavier person, obese, yeah, of course you're going to be a different color. So don't let the color things fool you or get you bothered. They say it right here what it is. 0.0 to 6.0 to 8.0. It shows you right here on the box what it is. It will explain it to you. Okay? So if your test strips like this, you just pull it out. Comes right on out. Clamp it back down. Now when you're ripping, try not to touch where you're going to dip. So if I want to rip up here, hand goes as closest to the rip area that I can get, and I just rip it off. I stay in the rip area. Because remember, I already touched this area down here because I had to pull the strip out. So you have some scissors or whatever it is, cut right here, and then you can dip in. If you don't want to dip in, you can take right here, fold it, and this area is still brand new. So it's just like a little fish, like the little Jesus fish, you know, like, hey, save us all, Lord have mercy. And so once you have the Jesus fish, you know, like the little car stickers, says Jesus help us all, yes Lord, this strip right here. This is your testing area. You're just gonna dip it, and it is a dip. Dip. That's it. You don't need to saturate it. You don't need to let it sit in the water. No, it's just a dip. Test strip. That's all you need. So once it turns its color or whatever, look back on your thing, match it up with the color. You'll see how acidic, alkaline, or neutral it is. Okay? So if that product you're putting on that face is anywhere near red, do not put that on somebody's face. Shaking my head for a reason, because some of you are going to do it. Now, a chemical peel, don't get me wrong, this chemical peel doesn't even show red. A chemical peel shows up orange or dark orange. You know what I mean? Almost going to red, but it's not those last two. It's not even that third one. It's this orange one right in the middle. That's the acidic one. It's going to be like 4.5, 4.2. Anything below 4s, ooh, you're talking about like acid, like, yeah, harsh acids. So even the TCA doesn't go all the way to the red. So when you have somebody saying, hey, look, I have a TCA that goes to 2.2, like, that may be too strong. Now, if you have ice pick acne, holes in your face, okay, that's when you'll go to a medical spa and we numb your face up with numbing cream before we even put that on your face, because it is definitely in the red. Okay? After that being said, because I know there's a lot of confusion about how do I test my products, it's just as easy as that. These big box stores, companies, they don't want you testing anything. They don't want you to know. It's basic science. You've learned this in elementary school. You just forgotten about it. They know you've forgotten about it. They're banking on it. They don't want your skin to heal. Come on, it would make no sense. If your skin really did a rapid wrinkle reduction, or high voluminous lips and glossy dewy skin, come on, glass skin, really? No. The only way your skin is really going to be some glass damn skin, that damn clear and opaque, and where you can see a reflection off your damn face, if you put on some shea or some cocoa butter, yeah, you're good to go with that. You're good. But don't let them fool you by saying that's going to happen to you every day. No, it's not. So what you have to understand is those parts that are making that shine may be a harsh chemical. It may look great right now, but it's not. So hydrofacial machines, they have these chemicals, and you've seen them online. They're very expensive. The cheapest brand I've seen was like the 3 little bottles, the like cleanser, toner slash peel that it had. It was like $86, and it's a 4-ounce bottle. 4-ounce bottle. Actually, I think this is 2 ounce. Yeah, this is 4 ounce. 4-ounce bottle is this. It's like a 4 OZ, 4 ounces. That's it. And it's 3 of these. So 1, 2, and 3. $86. And you're gonna this will only last you about 2 weeks, maybe, if you have a lot of clientele. You see what I'm saying? Or it may last you 3 weeks if you push it. But that's not a lot. This is maybe, I would have to put 2 of these in here to make this one chamber. So you need 8 ounces. So you have to double up on what you're buying. It can be pricey. Trust me. And all those ingredients that I used earlier, that's basically what they're trying to duplicate and put in these bottles and just call it a different name, or put in something else that's more acidic to make your shine brighter than normal. But in the long run, it's going to damage your skin. You see what I'm saying? So you have to use caution, care, everything. Man, just be careful. Your client is your everything, because once you put something on their face and it burns so much to where now they have an actual chemical reaction to that burn or whatever it is, that could last a while. How are you going to heal that? And you have to take a after picture that proves that you did something. You know what I mean? So you have to take care of your client in the best way possible. And if they want the type of burn, let them know that, hey, I can just do a regular peel. You are not supposed to be burning that much with the hydrofacial. It's superficial, and that is it. Alright? So, lastly, if you guys have troubleshooting problems, and I do mean troubleshooting by how do I fix my machine, you do have to do the basic troubleshooting methods. Now, before you even do that, I've told you guys in certain videos, and almost every video, that you have to buy from somebody that's reputable. I do mean Amazon. I do mean somewhere where you're close to where you can go to that store or shop or cosmetology extravaganza place that you buy all your stuff. You know what I mean? Like for hair, nails, makeup, Sally's Beauty, Ulta Beauties, Sephora, you name it. Those stores, at least I know where they are. I can return this machine. Now, if you're buying everything overseas, like some of you had, two of you guys have emailed me personally, because my email's in every video. You can contact me anytime. So you don't see all the comments that I get. You have no idea. These two people that I'm gonna name, well, not name, but they bought a machine, same make and model. They sent me pictures, and what I noticed at the bottom of the picture, I'm like, hey, that box doesn't look like that's from here. It had different letters and different shipping, like it went through customs, like it went through different ports, like, and I can tell. Trust me, I used to be in. I know. You don't have to lie to me. You can lie to yourself, just don't bullshit me. Now, at first, both of them tried to say that, yeah, they bought it from a reputable place, somewhere close or whatever. I'm like, no, you didn't. I said, did you buy this overseas? There's nothing wrong with buying anything overseas. They sell great products, Jesus, at great affordable prices. The risk you run is if something comes back defective. You know you really only have 14 days to return something overseas. Now, unless you put it on overnight shipping overseas, yeah, you'll probably get it there on time. But if you put it in a regular mail, oh God, a shipping container, because sometimes they don't put everything on an airplane. They put things on shipping containers, especially when you're ordering in bulk. For most of you salons and spas, you guys who are owners of a lot of product, you order in bulk, mass quantities. You know what I mean? Just like Coneheads, mass quantities. You know, he always wanted something. Anyway, uh, when you're ordering that type of stuff, they're going to put it on a ship. It takes over 2 weeks for any shipping container to get to United States ports. Then it's got to go to customs. You're wasting time. And if your items get damaged, what are you going to do? So I asked them to take off the covering because there's screws on each side of this machine. You could take apart the machine. I said, hey, can you show me the filter? The filter is this. This filter machine, just like a lawnmower, you have something to where your gas or oil or whatever's running that machine, if it gets wet or water gets inside of it, it won't run. If you've ever seen a Jeep that goes through water, you see that long little hook thing that comes out of the Jeep, like why the hell's that Jeep got that little long, plastic piece sticking out? It's because somebody's going in the backwoods of West Virginia or Virginia itself or Maryland or wherever you're at, and you're going through rocky terrain where there is high standing water. Now, if you drive a regular car through high standing water, your car will just shut down. Like the idiots you see in those big old storms in Florida or Texas or somewhere where you had like 8 days warning to get the fuck out of there, and you somehow drove your car through that big ass water, and all of a sudden you're on top of the car stranded and the helicopter got to come to get you. That's the same fucking thing. Water got into your engine because of water. Your engine can't breathe. Your engine has hoses and openings for a reason, so it can vent out. Just like gills on a shark or a fish or a dolphin. Like when you breathe in, it can exhale out in the water because it has gills, it has flaps, it has ventilation. Your car can't breathe in the water, it doesn't have any gills. It all has piping or tubing, just like the Jeep thing I just told you. You have to look it up to see what I'm talking about. But this filter inside this machine, once it gets even a little bit wet, it's over. Your machine is done. You just spent $300, $400, maybe $500 on nothing. They're probably not going to reimburse you because they're going to take it apart and see, and the filter will turn pink or a different color, just like a test strip. It will turn a color because they put test strip filter. So just in case you say, oh no, I didn't put water in it, and how the hell did it turn? Really? How did water even get in there? Or sand, like the other young lady. Hers was actually a dust problem. I'm pretty sure she probably took it apart or tried to use it in conjunction with Microdermabrasion crystals, the old school. You know how you have like the crystals, the dust, that this machine, or it sucks in as well as it's spitting out at the same time. So if you already did Microdermabrasion and those little dust particles, they get sucked in there, that will back unclog your machine up. So it doesn't have to get wet, it can just be dry. Or little things can get inside the tube